Hello everybody, I am back. This is Bananas and it's party time excellent. And my today's guest is a very special person for me in my life and in the life of every Infected Rain lover, Infected Rain fan, and Infected Rain supporter. Please welcome Vidick, the guitar player for Infected Rain.
Party time, excellent!
So, hi Vidick. What's
Hello.
up?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very good. Are we gonna do this in Russian or are we gonna do this in English?
I don't know. Ask Luna.
Luna, where are you looking at? What are you looking at, Luna? You're supposed to look in there, baby. Are we gonna do this in English or should we do this in Russian? It's totally up to you. You are the guest, or am I the guest? Who is the guest?
We are the guests.
We are the guests. I like it. Well, I should tell everybody that today is a very special day because you probably are very hungover. Did you party yesterday?
No, I drink a little bit of wine.
You're too old for
You
parties.
should ask other boys.
Other
I'm
boys?
okay. I'm okay. No, I'm a little bit tired because I went to sleep at 6 in the morning, so...
Oh, so you partied all night, for real?
Yeah, we were watching some live shows of different bands, like Death, like
Nice.
Animals as Leaders, like Gajira.
Nice.
On YouTube with Valentin and Zhenya until 5 and something in the morning.
Amazing. Didn't you watch any Infected Rain shows? That's what I keep doing because I miss it so much.
We listened to all the songs that we have for the new album.
Oh.
Without vocals.
Are we gonna tell people some news about that?
Yeah, of course, why not?
Okay, go on.
Who will be against it?
You know.
Label or management?
No, just do we want to tell them all the secrets? Or, because so far, the only thing I've been telling people on Patreon and during certain interviews, I said that our new album is going to come out next year and that we already working on it. I said that we are going to have the name that is consists of one word. And what else did I say? And I said it's gonna be fucking amazing. And
The name
that's it.
of the album?
No, I didn't tell the name of the album.
No, what is gonna be amazing? The name of the album?
The album.
So tell me more about the album. Tell me more about the lyrics for the album.
Oh, wait, are you interviewing me? What's happening here?
I just ask you.
You just asked me?
I don't know. I want to know about the lyrics for the new album.
Well, actually, funny thing you ask because I have this next to me. This is my current notebook that I have with the ideas and the lyrics. Okay, did you see how much I have in here?
Yeah, but...
Not all for the new album, but yes, I just finished another lyric that I didn't send to you yet, which is called Longing, and it's a really, really cool one. I think you're gonna like it. It's a little bit about the current situation in the world, but not as a global current situation, but as a personal perspective of what's happening. It's really interesting, I think. So,
Okay.
I said out loud. I said out loud a name. I said out loud a name of a song, you guys.
We can change it.
We can change it. Maybe we'll change it. Who knows? Anyways, yes, I'm working on it and working on ideas for the music as well, for the vocal melody, I mean. I got my to-do list and some questions for you here as well, so I'm prepared.
Okay, so let's get started. But we were planning to do it in Russian.
Okay, Давай, если хочешь.
Hello, boys and girls. I am back.
Yes! I think you're doing great. Continue.
But it was the first episodes of Bananas when you were starting like this.
Yeah, you have to say, this is Bananas and it's party time excellent. Perfect. Are you gonna do the 8-beat song in the end of this one as well for Infected Rain?
I don't think so, because I usually, if I can find it in 5 seconds, I put it. If it takes me longer than 5 seconds to find the 8-beat song version of the song, I put just normal regular beat banana loop.
Regular beat banana loop. I like
Yeah.
that. That should be my next logo on my shirt. Regular beat banana loop. For real! I like it. That should be my new banana shirts.
No, do you remember it should be "Все, everybody is dead."
So everybody is what? Oh, is dead.
Dead.
Yes. So everybody is dead. Yes, with the banana. I still have that video, by the way. I should send it to you so you can put it in the end of this one.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find it.
I have it.
Oh, okay, you can send it to
Yeah,
me.
just remind me, because I was cleaning my phone the other day a little bit because I'm out of space, and I found that video that's super funny with the banana. So everybody's dead. Banana power. So everybody's dead.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyways, so my first question.
How is the weather? Or
No.
what time is it now?
I ask everybody, what's the guilty pleasure? What's that one thing that makes you going? The party time for you. Let's tell
Party
everybody.
t- when I finally have some time to play video games.
Aww. What are your favorite video games?
I don't know. It's very difficult to say.
Tell us a few. Or maybe you have a
Because
favorite genre that you love to play?
No, it should be interesting. It should catch my attention for a few days, like straight. Then it's my favorite game. Last games I played, it was Dishonored first part and the second one, and I know that it's gonna be released the third one, Dishonored, and actually soundtrack for Dishonored 2 is amazing. It is on Spotify and Apple Music. It's amazing. And also Prey, but I didn't finish it because I'm too busy now, so I can't play. But yeah, this is party for me when I can have my time and just enjoying, relaxing, playing video games.
So for you, video games is never stressful, even if there's a lot going on and there's big bosses and aliens and mutants to kill and you
The
can't
only
kill
thing
them.
that stresses me out when I play video games is that I feel guilty that I need to work, but I'm playing video games.
Oh, no, that's not okay. The
I know, but what can I do?
yeah, the guilty.
You should see my controllers. They are like covered with dust.
You need somebody to dust it. Doesn't Pirate help you with his tail?
No.
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 Useless Pirate doesn't even dust in the house.
No. He brings
see.
dust from outside.
Well, I have a interesting thing going on here talking about cats. My neighbors, they got a cat during the quarantine, and now it's not a kitten anymore. It's a bigger cat. So now it's running all around. Sometimes it's in my backyard even, and Luna goes crazy. I don't know if you saw it in my story the other day.
Yes, I saw it.
It's
It looked like pirate, but with two
Yeah.
eyes.
But with two, not three, two.
Not one.
Yeah, I know. It was just funny. Yes, it looks very, very similar to Pirate. I thought that too. They got it as a little kitten. I think they rescued it, and this neighbors I actually talk to very often. The mom's name is Maria, and she has two sons. And I very
Two
often
sons. One
two
is
sons.
Maria, yeah?
Maria.
Yeah. She had one son.
She had one son. but
Jesus Christ, you don't know this story.
Jesus Christ. No, that's a different story. But yeah, she's super nice, and the kitty is always around my backyard or around the fence, and Luna goes crazy about it. So I have to deal with that sometimes too. Although Luna will never hurt it, but she just pretends to be super protective and territorial, which is super funny. So,
Yeah, that's cool.
Pirate is your company during the quarantine, huh?
Yes. Yeah. He always comes to me and waits until I give him some food and then he runs away.
Traitor.
Oh, cats.
Cats. Cats. They are just a different breed of monsters, aren't they? They just
yeah.
use you for the food, and they use you for the love, and then they run away.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So yesterday was your birthday, Vidick. And we mentioned that in the beginning of the video that you had guests over. And normally, it's very, very weird because normally your birthday is almost all the time on tour, isn't it?
Yes, I think last two times it wasn't on tour.
It
don't
wasn't,
remember.
really?
No, I don't remember. Last birthday it was crazy one when I went to this pub party, I don't know, and somebody stole my jacket with my new headphones, Bluetooth headphones, and key from my house, and
Oh my God. That was in Moldova,
and also
right?
I was so stressed and I was so happy that I have at least my wallet in my pocket, and then in the morning I didn't have enough cash, so I needed to withdraw some money for taxi, and I forgot my credit card in the ATM, and it was this type of
Insane.
birthday.
Nice
No,
birthday.
this time was better, yeah, way better.
You didn't
But
lose
before
anything.
that, it was also at home. But before, like 2 years before, it was like 5 years in a row on tour.
On tour, yeah. Because normally we start touring sometimes in September, October, finish, come back sometimes in November. Normally, just yeah. Interesting
yeah,
story.
normally.
Interesting story you have for your birthday last year. That's true. Now that you tell me, I remember you telling me all about it.
Yeah, I had these new headphones and I was like, okay, I charged it until like full. They're full, and I listened to the music for a few days in a row, and I was quite happy, but not too happy because I was expecting a better sound of these headphones. I was thinking like, yeah, maybe I should do more researches on the headphones. So it was JBL. Usually JBL does quite good stuff, but
Yeah.
not these headphones. And I wasn't that happy. So yeah, they stole it, fuckers, and now they have shitty headphones, and I've got way better.
But I think that the bigger problem, the bigger lose you had, something that you were most sad about was your jacket, right?
Yeah,
It was a
yeah, this
jacket
is
that
my-
you bought somewhere on tour, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my favorite jacket, and now I
Yeah.
can't find it. I go in every store and I can find the same. But yeah, I keep trying.
Yeah.
I just think I don't care.
I feel you. I have a similar jacket that I remember also with tears in my eyes because it was stolen during a tour when we had that situation in Austria after a Halloween party. And I had a jacket that I literally bought before that tour. It was a Super Mario jacket, very old school, amazing. I can see it on a few pictures only, and that's it. And it was stolen from the car.
Yeah, in Halloween night.
Yeah,
In
during
Vienna.
the Halloween night in Vienna.
Be
Correct.
careful in Vienna. Vienna is an
2
amazing
years.
city, but there are a few assholes that are getting into cars, drinking all the booze, eating all our stuff.
They even
And
ate vegan dry fruit stuff.
yeah, we had a lot. I don't think they ate everything because it was too much, but they
Too
took
much.
it.
Yeah, they took
And
it.
thanks God they didn't take anything like from equipment.
Yeah,
So
it's I think what happened is they were not really able to take it because I think
nah.
it was maximum 2 people. They didn't know the value of it. They just took what they thought was good.
Yeah, but it looked like they opened the box of our um merch, and they saw probably T-shirts, Infected Rain, and they're like, "Oh, we are so sorry. We drank all this booze. We will just leave this car. We're sorry. We didn't know that it's Infected Rain's car."
Maybe,
And they
maybe
didn't
everything's
take anything
possible.
else.
Everything is possible. You know, I was thinking a lot about how to make this conversation because me and you, we talk very often, and we keep each other posted on each other's live news and everything that is regarding the music. I wanted to tell you thank you for the last suggestion of music that you gave me. Vidick all the time gives me suggestions of good music, and last one was Alpha Wolves, I think.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
actually I wanted to talk to you
yeah,
about something else
I've been
because this
listening.
album is fucking amazing.
So good, yes, so good. Oh, sorry, my whole bed was shaking because Luna is a fatty. Hi, Luna. And yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
it's the
listening
band,
to it.
but the band is called Alpha Wolf, and the album is called Quiet Place to Die, I think.
Yes, A Quiet Place to Die, correct.
Yeah,
And
and the
in the
album is
beginning,
fucking amazing. And there is another
absolutely.
band. They recently have one EP, um, and the band is called Loon. Not
Loon?
Luna, but Lu and E.
Oh, interesting. Where are
Yeah,
they from?
also pretty heavy. Yeah, very very heavy, and
Where
I
are they
really
from?
like them. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about this band. I just know this EP. I really enjoy jamming it on.
That's really nice. Thank you. I will check that out. Yes, I really like this album. I've been listening to it while getting ready today as well. It's really heavy, really raw. I loved it. It's been a while
Yes,
since I listened to
I
something like that.
yeah, me too. I'm listening to this album like for since it's released. I was waiting for it because they're releasing track by track. It was 4 singles
Okay.
from the album, and I
So
was jamming only all these singles, and then they released the album, and I listened to it like I don't know, maybe 30 times now. I really loved it.
it is good. Do they have other albums? Or it's
Yeah,
a new
but
band?
first I need to jam shit
Yeah.
out of this album, and then I will switch to the previous stuff.
Yeah, cool, amazing. Yes, Vidick has a very big playlist. I have a huge playlist as well, but Vidick has a humongous playlist of music, and not only metal, different genres, just really interesting music, which is amazing. Anytime I need new suggestions, I go, please give me music. And it's been like that forever. We know each other since I don't know, half of my life now. We know each other forever, ever. I remember, and this is something I wanted to talk about. I remember being a teenager and going to your band's shows. Do
Yeah,
you remember
Dark
those
Side.
times? Yeah. So Vidick's first band was called Black Side, and it was a local band. Were you four in the band? 4 people.
Yes.
4 people in the
Beautiful.
band, and the vocalist was also playing guitars. The vocalist is still Vidick's best friend, and he is way younger. He was 13 or something when you guys started, didn't you?
Yeah, because I joined the band afterwards. He already played, and he was like super young compared to other musicians that were performing on the Moldavian stage at that time. And yeah, and I really wanted to join some band because I tried to do my band, and I felt because I couldn't recognize music. I didn't understand anything in this subject. I was 15, 16 or so. And yeah, and then we became very close friends with Ido. His name is Igor, but since he moved to Israel, he changed his name to Ido, because for Israel people is easier to remember
Yeah.
to Ido because it's local name. So he said like, yeah, you can come, and we see maybe you can join the band as the second guitar player.
So you
And I
guys
was like,
became friends before
yeah,
joining
yeah.
the band? Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, we became friends because we uh, were in the same company of metalheads, not
Yeah.
metalheads, Nirvana fans, let's say,
Nirvana's.
in the
Yeah, that's
center.
still. Yeah, that's
And
still.
yeah, and I met him there, and we were talking a little bit about how to play Nirvana songs, and he was like, yeah, and he was always was showing me how to play, like this. No, this song is, you should play like this. Yeah, I don't get it. You need to show me proper guitar. I don't get
Yeah.
this shit.
Really?
But yeah, you can play like
Yeah,
here.
you can play like there. For sure.
So yeah, and he said, yeah, you can join the band if we can try it. And I was like, yeah, seriously, I can bring my. Back in the days, we didn't have enough equipment and any equipment, and I had only one amp, so we can use it for one of guitars, for example, or for vocals or for something, at least. And we went to their rehearsal studio, which was a little bit out of the city.
Okay.
And we came to this place, and it appeared that somebody stole all the stuff they've got, all the
What?
guitars, everything.
That very first day
First-
you went?
Yeah. So they were so upset that they didn't think about me anymore, like
course.
about second guitar player. They were super stressed about. Yeah, they lost guitars, everything, but back in the days in Moldova, to get an electric guitar, I don't know, you needed to sell your kidney for that.
Insane. Very true, very true.
Yeah, and
it was difficult times. People would just have guitars only if somebody would bring one from abroad.
yeah, no, you could find something in Moldova as well, but it was super not expensive, but not affordable for us kids, And even now, the equipment, I mean, the level of life in Moldova is very low, so, but the price for the instruments is the same as in the whole world, even more
yeah.
expensive because you need to bring it from somewhere. So
Yeah.
basically, to buy a nice instrument, you need work your shit out of, but for some countries where the level of life is higher, you can actually ask your parents and they will buy it.
Yeah, it's more affordable for sure. And there are so many companies that are local, so that means you don't have to import guitars necessarily or other instruments.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
right. You are right. And tell us more. How did it continue after that?
And then after that, we didn't rehearse, we didn't think about the band anymore, we would just hang out. I don't know, I was drinking a lot when I was a kid. And we were drinking a lot. And we didn't think too much about music, but then somebody called our band, so-called band, we didn't even rehearse, for Metallica tribute, and we needed to play at least 2 songs, and basically it was the first show ever I performed, and it was actually a
Metallica.
huge show because it was many bands playing, local bands playing Metallica songs, and in the huge venue, and it was full, and it was the first show for me, and I was 16.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
Huh?
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was super nervous. I remember the entrance to the stage was from the backstage. It was nice actually. We don't have anymore this venue. We don't have any venues in Moldova anymore. And somehow people knew, you know, the bands that they will perform. That will perform that day, and we were. I think we played as the first band, and somebody introduced the band like, please welcome Black, and everybody screamed side, and I was holy fucking shit. And we played two songs of Nirvana. It was
Of
uh,
Metallica.
oh sorry, yeah, Metallica. It was I Disappear, and Wherever Am I Wrong, yeah, and one song of uh, Black Side.
I see.
And I remember after the song, I'm sorry, I need to fix this shit.
It's okay.
And I remember after the song, after the concert, we were sitting with Ido in the bar, and I was like, "Hey, do you thank you for this opportunity you gave to me to perform on the stage? It was my dream, and I'm so thankful to you. Now my dream is like done, and you can get rid of me. I don't care. I was on the stage, so my dream came true." And he was, "No, everything just is starting. We will gonna be huge. Everything is."
Nice.
And I was,
Yes.
"Oh, seriously? Yeah, let's do it. Let's play more shows. Let's write music and so on."
Nice. That's so amazing. That is so amazing for two reasons. First of all, because you wanted to be on a stage so much, and you were learning, to play your favorite band songs before that, and that was, like, I know that feeling. I still remember that feeling on my side. Second of all, I really love to hear this story because I think it's really amazing, especially at that age. You guys have 3 years of difference, I believe. You
I
and
think,
Ido.
yeah, I think so. 2.5.
And
I don't know. Yeah, something
yes,
like
and
that.
at that age, having the best friend being so much younger, and like an example to you, and like such a big support to you, is really cool. It talks a lot about how humble you used to be, and you still are. But like for people that don't know you, or didn't know you back in the days, that is really, really amazing. I always thought you guys are such a cool cocktail of friend. You are, you really are.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We still are very close friends. We call each
he
other
comes to
very
Moldova
often.
very often.
Yeah, yeah. He tries to come at least 2 times a year. I never been to Israel though, but I was always planning. But now it's even more difficult. But we're talking a lot on the phone. When we start talking, we can spend like 2 hours straight talking on the phone. But
Yeah.
you know me, I don't like talking on the phone.
Exactly. If you're talking a lot on the phone, it means you really are either interested or you're having fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, normally Vidick is not a big chit chatter.
Yeah.
So nice. And then so you've been in the band, you've been in Black Side for a while.
Yeah, I think we played more than 20 shows in Moldova. We didn't play shows outside the country. Yeah, we were kids and we played
Of course.
most of the shows in the same location. And yeah, but yeah, this is the place where I was get my small experience, handle the stage and, being on the stage and feeling the stage.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that was, I remember Black Side, and I remember you guys' shows, and I remember going and seeing you performing live together with other local bands. That venue we used to have called Yellow Submarine was absolutely amazing. It was
Yeah.
huge, and it had a proper backstage, a proper bar, proper sitting for people, and it was like almost like a indoors arena. Yeah, it would go like on layers, and everybody could see everything. It was really nice. Unfortunately, nothing like this, nothing that is alternative or unique in any way survives for a long time in Moldova, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? You know, I get that question asked very often by interviewers and by fans. A lot of people ask us, what is the metal scene in Moldova, you know? And all the time I give them the same answer. We don't really even have places to play. Why do you think that is? Is it only because of the situation, economical situation, or what's your opinion?
I mean, to keep this huge venue living, can you imagine how expensive is renting this place?
Yeah.
And usually, I mean, in Moldova, metalheads or the people that likes metal or rock music is just a few people. It's not that
Yeah.
many that can go and spend so much time and money in the venue, so it keep, you know,
To keep it
living.
alive, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, this is the main problem. People is just impossible. Maybe if the rent is smaller and I don't know. Yeah, they were trying so hard, but they couldn't do it. We also had um, Black Elephant,
Yeah,
but it was
that one.
smaller
Yeah.
and it was like classic venue, legendary Moldavian venue.
Yeah.
It
I think
was
that
for
was
quite a long time.
longer. Yeah, longer.
Yeah, but it was way smaller, and yeah, and still this couldn't survive. After that was Albion, which yeah couldn't stay too long, and then
Yeah.
it reopened after like a break of 3-4 years, I don't know, and then Corona.
Oh my
And
God, that's such a bad luck.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
We also
basically,
had some people that tried to do some festivals, didn't we? Like alternative rock festivals in Moldova were going on for a few summers.
yeah, it was like a beer company made a festival, so I think they invested money, and mostly it was Russian music, Russian rock.
Yeah, Russian rock
This
and
is
roll
the
or just
genre
rock.
from Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
local bands were invited to play. I mean, the superstars, the headliners were Russian, but local
yeah,
bands were invited as well.
yeah, but they were small and not metal.
Yeah, normally
Yeah,
something more for everybody. So the idea of that festival was for everybody to be able to hang out, even like families, and like go out and have beer and have barbecue, like at this outdoors festival.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, something like that. I've been there once, only one time, because they started this festival when I was studying in Italy, and one summer when I was visiting friends, I believe my best friend was getting married actually, and that summer I was there for the festival, so I've been there once, one time only. You've been there too, right? Different years.
Yeah, I've been maybe
Couple.
twice. It was like for like 3 or 4 years straight. I was
Okay.
2 times, I think, on this festival.
I see. Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically the closest for us, either metalheads that would just like to, you know, go to a show, it would be Ukraine, or if you're very lucky and you can get a visa, we could go to Romania, shows in Romania. If like there are bands that play and we love, we could go. But if you are in a band, it was more difficult, way more difficult, and we felt that with Infected Rain. But before moving on, I really want you to tell us more about everything that happened after Black Side, the bands that you were in, the projects that you started, your friends, best friends, musicians, even that some of them you still talk to, some of them moved to a different country, but. Can you tell us more about it?
yeah, yeah. I just started a band after a while, after Black Side, and I was thinking, okay, I just need to start a project and to see how it goes. I didn't plan to grow it too big, but I just wanted to start something. and we started a project with new friends that I had at that time, and we had only 2 shows. The band was called $3, and yeah, I was so DJ Kappa was in the band as well.
Here you
So
go.
yeah,
One of your new best friends at the time.
yes, we spent a lot of time together. We did such crazy shit. Every day we were just doing crazy stuff. I have so many different videos on my computer, and when I just sometimes go to this era and I see it, like, oh my god, we were doing quite stupid things. Yeah, and yeah, but we felt very, very nice together, working together. We were just, yeah, let's do this, let's make a cover for The Prodigy, Their Law. Yeah, let's do it. It's amazing with guitar, and then yeah, we
Yeah,
start
you made
the
it
band
heavy. I remember
with
that.
yeah, we wanted to start the band just electric guitar and mostly samples and electronic music. In this way we wanted to go mostly. And then, like, no, let's try different things. And then we started this band at $3. We played 2 shows, and after the second show we just we couldn't go along get together
along,
with
yeah.
other
Band
members.
mates.
Yeah, so we stopped, and then then Infected Rain. We started Infected Rain almost right away. We
Yeah.
wanted to invite the singer from $3 to play with us, and we even did 2 or 3 songs with him. And then he didn't answer, and then when he answered, he said, yeah, I'm a little bit busy. And I said, yeah, dude, we need to record first demo, we need to start things going. And he was like, yeah, but I'm playing in another band. And I, wait, are you playing with these guys? I mean, the other guys from the same band.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually I'm playing with them. And so actually it was the band called Todo. And you actually took part of one of music
The music
videos.
Correct. That was way later, though.
Yeah,
when
it was
Infected
way
Rain
later.
already existed. But
Yeah, and
when
we
you...
had this song Panika, actually. It was in
Yeah.
Russian. Yeah, and then we called you, and we kept the name of the song, but we changed the lyrics, everything, and the
Yeah.
melody, and made it in Russian. Or
But the
in
name
English.
of the band, just so everybody is aware, the name of the band Infected Rain did not exist when you were just planning
No,
to do
no.
that
We
band.
didn't even
Yes.
have any ideas about the name.
There was no name, no band
No.
really. You were just starting, yes.
Yeah.
And later on,
Yeah, much later. Yeah,
that was
we
much
came
later
up.
when you guys just were hanging out with Kappa and doing the covers, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Did you ever think we would be in the same band together before?
No.
Did you ever like
No, I
suspect?
don't think.
I remember
No, we
you
just
always
tried you. I was thinking like, yeah, I think she can do something, and we like, hey, let's try. But actually, I was planning to do a way softer band, like kind of similar to Flyleaf, Flyleaf, right?
Yeah.
The band was back in the days.
Yeah.
And something like that. I wanted to do music like this. But then we were like, no, let's keep it heavier and heavier.
Let's keep
I'm
it
very
heavy.
happy that we
You
keep
are?
it heavier.
Yes, me too. I'm super happy. Well, I'm happy that you guys invited me and tried me and supported me with my vocals and with my stubbornness and with my I didn't know so much. I had to learn so much, and it took a lot of patience. I think you guys still deal with me sometimes when I'm stubborn.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, shut up!
No, nobody's perfect except me.
Except me. You okay? Well, thank you. And how did everything go? Well, how did everything, like, tell your part of the story now, because I tell my part of the story every time I'm interviewed, how everything started. Tell us how everything started.
Yeah, you know everything, and you are quite close to the story. I remember.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I tell my point of view on that story, you know, so that's why I'm curious to like hear what were
Yeah,
your thoughts.
we had problems with musicians to find musicians because
Yes,
nobody
that is a
is
very
believing
interesting
in the
story.
band. You know, you want a good drummer. You know, the good drummer in the band is the key of the success. You know,
Absolutely.
people are saying that your band is as good as your drummer is. So
Yes,
basically, if your drummer is weak as a musician, then the whole band is falling apart. You know, all the
that is
music, you
very
just,
true.
yeah. So basically, to find a good drummer with, let's say, two legs, not single one,
Yeah.
it is very difficult in Moldova because, you know, the good drummer that plays heavy music, it's almost impossible. It's like, I don't know. So Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
It doesn't exist in Moldova.
It doesn't exist in Moldova. Bigfoot. Literally, drummer, Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we are super lucky to have Zhenya afterwards. So
Yes, but tell
Eugene,
us the story about the first drummer.
I don't even remember who was the first. Was he Tola or how was his name? I don't
No, what do you
remember.
mean? The very first
Ah,
drummer.
no, you're saying about, yeah, you're
Vadim.
saying about Vadim, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but Vadim was already like
Second.
infected rain drummer.
Yes.
But before him, we tried other
Oh,
people.
I don't remember who that was.
I remember we played in different. We didn't have rehearsal studio. We tried one. We played at some school. Then we played in some other places, and it was. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry for this dude. Oh, I'm sorry. And yeah, we tried hard with him, but somehow,
It
yeah,
didn't
he
work.
was good, but still, you know, we weren't on the same page with him.
Yes,
So
true.
so yeah, yeah, and we found Vadim, but he was like, "Hey guys, but I like completely different music. I will stay with you for two shows because we booked first two shows without bass player and drummer in the band. So we really needed somebody to join the band
So
at
I
least for
think
two songs or two
just
shows."
I don't mean to interrupt you, but so after DJ Kappa, you and me, we were rehearsing the three of us for a while together. I think the next one to join was the second guitar player, which was Victor had,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
Our
And we
friend
have
guitar
like,
player.
do you remember this first rehearsal with him at my room? And we were learning the first song, and he
Yeah.
said like, "Hey guys, I go to toilet, and
I
toilet
was
is
not with you
downstairs."
guys. I was not with you guys. I flew to do my university exams in Italy, and because I remember you sent me pictures. He had a broken arm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that was
So
that
yeah,
thing.
we were three of us, me, him, and DJ Cap, and we were sitting learning the song. And it was like 3 in the morning. I think we were learning how to play the uh, "Go Away" the
Yeah,
song.
go away. Yes.
And then he said, "Okay, I go to pee," and he so the toilet is downstairs on the first floor at my home. I have 2 floors in my house, uh, and he just fell down from the stairs, and he broke his arm on the first rehearsal, and. And he came back and was like, "Oh, I fall down," and we were like, "Yeah, let's play it." Like we didn't accept that he fell down from the second floor on the first.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was, "Okay, let's play," and he tries to play, and no, I just can't. And I was like, "Come on, dude, let's play." And then I look at his elbow, and it was so huge and
Swollen.
green, and I don't know, red, green, and I'm, "Hey, dude, this is something is wrong. How did you fall?" And he was like, "Yeah, from the second floor." And I, "Seriously, from the second floor? Why didn't you tell us?" "I fell down," dude. And then we went right away to
Emergency.
the hospital, to emergency, and he was like out of the band for a month.
Yeah.
So we had two guitar players and we needed the drummer and
so the drummer
bass
was
player
next,
for the
and
first
the bass
two
player
shows.
was after. So how did you find Vadim, the drummer? Did you just know him from other bands, I think, right?
Yeah, because I was I knew the bands and I already was going to other shows to see how our local musicians are playing, and I was like, okay, this is a good one, this is a good one. So I kept in mind musicians that I maybe can contact in the future for collaboration. So I knew that he's playing in a metal band, live in Tokyo. It was called Live in Tokyo, and I was I called him in the band. He was like, yeah, I don't like this type of music. My favorite band is Nile, and I was like, Nile, what the fuck? I don't even know this band. Now I know, of course I know Nile, but back in the days, no. And he said like, yeah, I have my band. The band was Kadingira, so they played this brutal death, and he was like, but yeah, I will play 2 shows with you. And he was stuck in the band for 2 years after that.
Yes.
Yeah, we played a few tours. Yeah, it was nice. He was a nice guy.
He was absolutely amazing. Too bad we kind of lost contact a little bit. He moved to Canada, right, with his family.
Yeah, he's living in Canada now.
Yeah.
This is why he left the band. He was like, yeah, I'm a little bit, don't feel myself in the right place, and like, I don't know if I want to keep playing drums at all. I just want to...
I don't think he plays drums at all anymore.
I think he does, because I see new videos on Facebook lately. He started posting with like he's playing drums, and I was like, hey, this is super nice when people are getting back to instruments they played.
I miss that dude so much. I know the band Gojira thanks to him, and some other bands.
He showed us back in the days when Gojira just released From Mars to Sirius. It was like... So it was 2007. I don't remember.
2007.
So it was way before Gojira became a huge star as it is now, and we were already like, oh yeah, Gojira.
Yeah,
is super cool.
We were big fans right away. He definitely showed us some heavier music, and we were like, oh wow, like heavy music can be interesting too. I mean, we were listening to heavy shit, but we were listening to a lot of music that was more mixed with electronics, or with rapping vocals, or with like something unique, something more new, which I guess was more under the genre of new metal. And stuff like that. But and now the interesting part, we had a very similar struggle with bass players. Please tell us the story about the bass players. I loved the bass player that was with us for the first few shows.
Stas.
He was a very unique musician from a very cool band.
Rubicon.
Rubicon. They were playing very weird music, similar to Primus, I would say.
No, it was kind of progressive, but they didn't have vocals.
It was only music,
on the instrumental. Yeah, and we asked him to join the band, and he also said like, yeah, but I will join just for 2 shows only.
He literally
stayed this thing that he played only facing other direction, so with his back towards the crowd. It was his thing, I don't know, was he shy, or
maybe he was shy, who knows, or maybe he wanted to be unique in his style.
Well, he was a nice guy. He probably is. We're not in contact.
Do you remember we last saw him at the show in Moscow? Remember, he came. We didn't even know he showed up to the show and to the meet and greet, and I was like so shocked. And that was years after.
It was like 6 years ago or more.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but a lot of years after he left the band. Of course, he lives in Moscow now.
Yeah.
And
So afterwards, we had to say goodbye to uh, Victor. Had
the guitar player.
which different names he has.
He had so many nicknames, for real.
Yeah. So yeah, and we started searching for another guitar players, and we tried so many.
So many.
Yeah, and it was so difficult. And then we had for a while Andrei Medny. Do you remember Medny?
Of course I do. Huge, big teddy bear. Very,
Yeah.
very friendly guy, but so big and so metal. Super long hair. He was so metal, dude. He was like, you look at him and you're like, okay, he probably plays in a death metal core band or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, look, if you look at his face, he was
Exactly.
super kind.
He
super...
was the teddy bear of the whole band. I probably looked more angry than him.
Yeah, and he was way older than us, and
Yes, he was.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one who is working hard and
Yeah.
is into the band, and so on. Because do you remember we just wrote a new song. It was Escape,
Yeah,
and he just didn't find time to learn the song.
I
And we
remember that.
went on tour, like short tour, just a few shows
In
in
the Ukraine, yeah.
and we played
Without
all
him.
the songs except this song. On this song he didn't play because he didn't have enough time or to put effort to learn one
Yes.
song.
Yes.
So
Here you
this
go,
is,
guys.
this is
Good
obviously
lesson
doesn't
for,
work.
For musicians, starting musicians or musicians that are already in the band, don't be lazy. Because if you want this to work, don't be lazy. Here you go. He's probably not in the band because of that. Because, I mean, he was with us, for a while. We have photo shoots with him, photo shoots of the band that he was in. He was part of
Yeah,
the
that's
band.
true.
Like, we were considering, he was not temporary in the band like other musicians that joined. So, yeah, so we couldn't have him in the band for sure. We needed somebody stronger. We needed somebody... But while still having him in the band, we finally found our bass player, which is a really interesting story too. Tell us the story about how we found our Vladimir Vova.
Yeah, but before that we tried so many bass players.
So many.
Yeah, and then we found Vova because he was the bass player for the same band Live in Tokyo.
Yes.
And when I was trying to reach him out. He was in USA. We have this work and travel when students from Moldova can go to USA to work a little bit and see
Have
the world. So this
experience,
is
yes.
the thing. Yeah. So we reached him out again after a while. Who is there?
Everybody from Bigo. And my phone is so far. I can't see stuff. I hope you guys can see us.
So yeah, where I was.
He was in United States.
Yeah, and I didn't know him well. I just maybe like hi when I saw him somewhere. I just nothing special. And then I asked Vadim, "Can you reach him out because you are from the same band? Maybe you can help." So he helped actually. He called him. Yeah, Vova likes to tell this story so many times.
Yeah, maybe I should interview Vova. Vova loves to tell the story, but we will tell our part of the story, and then he can say his own part of the story.
Yeah, we called him, and he thought that me is actually Ido from Black Side.
Yeah, a lot of
he
people would
was,
confuse you guys at the time.
because back in the days we were super alike. Even our parents, like Ido's mom, was like, "Hey, you are like brothers," But now not anymore. But back in the days we were.
Yeah, when
super
you guys were
alike.
teenagers, you did look alike. That is true.
Yeah.
And then he had dreads for a while as well, and there was a time where you both had dreads.
No, I didn't have dreads in Black Side. I
No,
had
no,
it
later,
But we
later.
had dreads
Yeah.
in the same time, yeah,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Black Side era. Yeah, and then we called Vo, and it was surprise for him that it's a different person, me.
Yeah.
And then he thought that you are super fat. I don't know why he
I don't
took
know
this
why.
because
Yeah, every time
because he knew this is the girl from Todo music video, and for some reason he was thinking that the girl in this music video was fat.
funny, because yeah, he didn't really know. But what the funny part about this story is that his bandmates were making fun of him. They are like, "You're gonna go try for the bass for that band, remember?"
Yeah. Yeah, yes, like, yeah, because the guys from Life in Tokyo, they like, yeah, they didn't take us serious.
They were
Until
playing
now, I
heavier.
think the people don't take us serious. Some from the bands, from Moldovan bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some
Maybe
people,
they.
it came time that they, okay, we agree. Okay, there is a band called Infected Rain, and they um, have some success, you know. But
Yeah.
back in the days, they were like,
Yeah.
dude, seriously, just don't go.
Yeah, they were making fun of him because they were playing heavier music, and for some reason, they thought that this is gonna be just a, rock and roll or rock music with the girl singing a little bit. He
No,
never.
they already knew that because I was more into new metal stuff and so on, so they knew that probably the music is more into this genre, but they were all the fans from like metalcore or stuff like that, like As I Dying and
Yeah,
the bands like
yeah,
that. And it was the new generation, they were like, new metal is dead,
Yeah.
metalcore is the thing.
Funny
so
thing, they were just a few years younger than us, and for some reason, it was a completely different era of music fans.
it's just different taste.
Yeah.
Even though I really love As I Dying.
Of course.
I love metalcore and all the bands they
Yeah.
I loved in the same time. So if I like Korn, it doesn't mean that I'm listening only to Korn.
Absolutely.
I never was
absolutely.
like this. So yeah, but they
I don't
were
know.
thinking
Yeah,
like this.
so that
Yeah.
was really funny. And then he shows up at the rehearsal and he's shocked to see you instead of Ido and to see
Yeah.
me instead of a fat. And he thought, didn't he say I was a
Gypsy.
gypsy? Yeah.
Yeah.
He thought I was a fat gypsy girl. Okay,
Yeah.
with all due respect to fat gypsy girls.
Yeah. So, but you are not like this. So yeah, and
He
And-
never said I'll help you for a little bit. He actually stayed in the band, didn't he?
no, he liked right away.
He liked it right away.
in
Yes, exactly.
Very good relationship from the
Yeah.
first day, and yeah, but we were trying to find guitar players, and he kept a secret from us.
Yeah, we didn't know. This was
That his
insane.
brother is amazing guitar player.
not
And we
only
were like,
he had
"Hey,
a brother that was
Yeah.
an amazing guitar player, he also was a big fan of Infected Rain already.
No,
He
no,
was.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, remember?
No,
He
I
said,
don't think so.
Okay, maybe
He was
I'm-
even at few rehearsals when we were in this Zorile, in the factory of shoes.
Yeah.
And we had a rehearsal room there, and he was visiting sometimes our rehearsals, and we knew that he has a brother, and
Yeah.
but yeah, he was like, I don't think he
was
wasn't a
probably
huge
just
fan. He was
supportive.
supporting his brother in the band,
Yes,
of course.
probably. Yes, you're right. Probably.
Yeah, and then like, hey, dude, but let's try your brother. What's wrong? I mean,
Yeah. Is your brother
Uh,
good? Maybe. I think, didn't we need somebody for a show? And then let's see at least for a show if he can play with us for now. Wasn't it like that in the beginning?
yes, because we had a show, and we really needed a new guitar player. It was a show from 2010. The show was called Des Moroz.
Yes.
It's a game of words because in Russian, Ded Moroz means Santa Claus,
Yes.
kinda.
Yeah.
So when you change Ded to Death, so
Death.
it's Death Moroz. So
Yes.
it was a indoor festival. It was every year. And
In a winter.
yeah, in like Christmas time or later. So we needed a guitar player for this show, and he learned basically all the songs before the first rehearsal.
Yeah,
And
even
he
the
just
song that our ex guitar player Medney couldn't remember, he knew how to play. I
yeah.
remember you as a guitar player telling me, "Oh my God, it sounds so much better in two guitars."
Yes, and yeah, and we were surprised. Like, hey, he learned all the songs, and he came prepared to the rehearsal. And we really needed somebody like this, somebody who is doing great job, who is into it, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, so
enthusiastic
and we are really right away. We're like, yeah, you are in the band, of course.
for sure,
We
for
don't,
sure.
yeah.
And
So
I remember we were making fun of Vova for a while for keeping a secret that he has a brother that plays guitar so well.
yeah,
We were saying you wanted to be the superstar in the family.
yeah. You keep hiding. You kept hiding your brother.
Yeah. And we are almost done. Now we have to tell everybody the story how we recruited our amazing drummer, Eugene. How we got to have him. Because he was
We
in
could
so
make
many.
it only from the second take because we had
Yeah.
one rehearsal way before he joined the band, and we were like, we came to in rehearsal room, and we tried to play the song Panika, and I tried to explain to him like, hey dude, the intro riff is like jan 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 jan, and he was like, no, it's gonna be different. You don't understand. It should be something like Sepultura. Give me the guitar, I will show it to you. And I was like, hey dude, we
I
need
play
a
guitar.
drummer. We just and he was like, yeah, and we tried to play Panika. Yeah, we made half of the song at that day, and then we like, okay, let's go and have a talk in some pizzeria or something. And we were sitting there, and he was like, yeah, but what the fuck are you doing? You're playing heavy music in Moldova. It's pointless. It's dead. Nobody needs this shit. You just go and find a job. What the fuck are you doing? And
Yeah,
I was like,
or
hey, dude,
he
what the
also
fuck?
said, yeah, he also said either play, less heavy music if you
Yeah.
really want to play music, or just find a job. It's pointless what you're doing. Trust me, he's older, right? He's older than you, 1 year older.
Yeah, 1 year older.
Yeah,
Than
1
me.
year
No,
older. But
this-
he was in the music industry, not music industry, but he was a musician since he was small, and he was in so many bands. So
Yeah.
he has this
he was
like a
way
little
more
bit-
experienced musician
way
than
more
we were.
experience, exactly. And he would position himself like a father of music and be like, what are you doing?
No,
You're
yeah,
stupid.
he was already working on some factory, working on some leather things,
Yeah.
doing some works with leather. I don't remember. And he was like, and at that day I was like, I was listening to him, but I didn't tell him like, hey dude, no, you're not gonna join the band. We don't need
Yeah.
these people like this thinking like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
he-
completely don't think the same.
He didn't
Uh,
even want to be in a band. He was
yeah,
like all
yeah, he
against
was
the
trying
band.
to teach us that you just stop this shit. It's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Stop while you still can, and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, but when I told this story to him now, he kind of didn't even remember that, and he was like,
Yeah.
yeah. He admits that he was wrong, of course.
Of
Because
course, no, of
the
course.
second time when we called him into the band, he was already like, yeah, let's try, why not? Because we already had Asylum
Yes.
recorded
correct.
and produced and released.
So we
it was
met his
2012.
brother, and we started recording in a like properly. We started recording properly in a music studio, in a recording studio.
Yeah, we
super
invested a lot of
expensive.
money in it, and we were doing drums and recording drums, and then Valentin was working on the snare sound. Snare sound is most important in
Yes.
the life to be healthy, and the snare.
And the snare.
Yeah, so
Two
he
things
was
are
working on
important
the
in life.
snare for Dead Mannequin, and Žene. Eugene came to the studio, and they were working together on our song, and Žene wasn't part of the band, and he
Yeah.
was just they were working on our song, you know.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then Vadim said already, our drummer, he said like, yeah, probably I'm gonna leave the band, and we already planned the Me Against You music video, and we were deciding, or should we stick with Vadim for one more music video, or try Zhenya, Eugene, because
Yeah.
he was okay, I can try, but I don't
We'll
know
see.
for sure. So
Yeah.
we weren't sure. Or we take our older drummer, which will leave the band soon, or we take another drummer that maybe will stay for 1 month. We didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. It was a. I think a big. For some reason, I think a big part of his decision played also the fact that we were so serious about the band and we didn't give up, and we recorded that album, and we were doing it with his brother, which he worked in the best sound, the recording studio we had in Moldova at the time. And I think he kind of changed his mind, and he saw how serious we're taking this, and that's why he's like, okay, I'll try. And then we became friends right
Also
away.
because he was playing in Todo. He was playing in
Exactly.
Todo, and already he saw that, yeah, you can actually do some cool stuff with metal music as well, because Todo,
Yeah.
they were quite successful. People liked
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
they
They
even
weren't
toured
as
a little
heavy.
bit, you know,
Yeah.
and he already was okay into the mood to start the music career again. And we were
Correct.
like, okay, let's just join us, because Todo, they broke up at that
Yeah.
time. So he like,
It was
okay,
perfect
let's try.
timing. His band broke up, we were just rising, and our drummer just left, and we were working with his brother, and it was like perfect timing. And then we just became good friends as well. So he was having fun actually, hanging out with us as well. It was not just work. So yeah, that's how we have the best drummer in the world.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely love everybody in the band, and I think this weird situations we had with guitar players made us have amazing a guitar player, your colleague, basically. Sergey is absolutely great guitar player. Everybody, I think, I feel very lucky to have the musicians we have in Infected Rain. What about you?
Yeah, me too. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't get
very
us
proud.
wrong, you guys. We
I
had our
I'm
moments
very
where
proud to
we.
play with every single member of Infected Rain.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I feel the same. And yes, don't get us wrong. We did fight a lot, especially back in the days. Now, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Now
It was very
it's a little
hard
bit
and tough
different.
times sometimes.
Yeah, we had tough times. We had times where we wanted to leave the band, or somebody wanted to leave the band. We had times where we wanted to get rid of somebody. I think everybody went through that, and we were just lucky enough to be smart enough at the right moment, at the right time, to sit down and talk and see what could be done. And that's why we're still together after all these years. And I feel like the more time is passing, the more we get used to each other, learn to deal with each other.
Yeah.
We still sometimes get angry at each other or frustrated, but that's like in every relationship, family, friends, girlfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife. That's everywhere. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
So yes, I'm very, very happy, and I want to say one more time that I know we mentioned everybody in the band, but I am super, super lucky to be in the band with you, and thank you for giving me that chance back in the days. Who knows, maybe I would never even try to sing if it wasn't for you guys, for you and for Kappa, the
Yeah.
DJ Kappa.
Yes. Yeah, I miss Kappa as well. He's super
Yeah.
nice guy.
Absolutely. Do you ever regret taking a female vocalist in the band? I get that question a lot, and I'm curious if that's ever been, because you are technically the founder of the band, so that's why I'm giving you this question.
No, never. I mean, I didn't even think about it, because I never took us as a female fronted band. Of course, yeah, sometimes when you promote your band, you need to somehow, to find the fans that are following similar bands, not similar, but with female vocals. But for me, I didn't take us as a female fronted band. We're just a band with female vocals. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
I
matter.
think so too, and I'm glad you think so. Because unfortunately, it's like it's a different genre. Female fronted bands, it's like a completely different genre of
Yeah,
music.
why? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't want to be, stand aside from the amazing bands that have male singers. Why?
Absolutely.
It doesn't make any sense.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. Well, thank you. And thank you for sharing this amazing story with us. And what's the plans? What are the plans for now for Infected Rain? Tell everybody.
I think we will release um, the next album soon. Soon, next year. It's gonna be, I think, in summer. And yeah, but it's actually super early to talk about it. But we are working hard on it. We have all the songs already done musically, and some of the songs are already with vocals, but not recorded properly, but pilot versions. Yes, yeah. So
I'm
we're
just
working.
listening. He's like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah, you're the singer. I don't know.
I'm
So
interviewing you. I'm talking to you.
yeah, and I really, really like this new album. And the thing is that we didn't tour. Yeah, no bands toured enough with the previous albums because of COVID-19, and
Yeah.
I really want to play many songs from the album. Yeah, we played quite. Yeah, we played a few songs from the Endorphin. It was Passerby, There's Mantra, um, Black Cold,
Lure.
and Lure. So basically 4 songs. It's quite good.
Yes.
But I really want to play Tapophobia and Pendulum as well. But if you take 2 more songs, then
It's a full set list for a show.
yes, but we will tour with probably the next tour is gonna be
For a new
supporting the new album. So we actually skipped our time to play songs from Endorphin, and
Yeah.
which makes me very sad because I understand that people want to hear the older songs as well, and they come to the show and to hear Orphan Soul, Mold, and stuff like that. But uh, I'm super proud of the new songs that we are writing currently, and I'm happy because in this album we're working even more together. We have super nice songs written by Sergei and Jane as well, and we're working together on some songs, and so we are like the whole band involved in the process more and more. It was before as well, of course. I'm not saying that everything was written by one person, but now it's even more.
It's even more, for sure.
Which makes music different, and uh, but in a good way, because we
Yes.
still try to keep our Infected Rain mood and atmosphere. For example, everybody is bringing a lot of stuff into the band, which we sometimes don't take because it's a little bit different of Infected Rain, and we want to have our like special emotion that we deliver. It doesn't matter of the style and how heavy or soft
Yes,
is the song.
the emotion
It's
is the
it's
key.
emotion and the mood of the songs. So if it's a little bit more happier song, it somehow doesn't fit our style. So we are working on the songs, and yeah, and the songs are amazing. I can't wait to show it to people, and I don't know, thinking on every song from the following album, I have no idea how not to play it on the tour.
Yeah.
And then
I-
you need to play Orphan Soul, Mold, and
Yes.
all their songs. And I really huge fan of the songs like Freaky Carnival and Endless Stairs, and I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
Sweet
our
Sweet
fans probably will
Lies.
say like, yeah, you can play all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, right?
5 hours long
Five
shows, but
hours or so.
it's quite impossible. So
Yeah,
yeah, let's see.
very true. Let's see
Let's see
how
how
this
it will
will
go.
go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do something like we planned whenever we are all together. Maybe we can film really nicely a very long show of Infected Rain in which we will actually sing even maybe songs from Asylum and even from the EP, something like super random.
I would play, for example, yeah, if everything get back to close to normal, because I don't think it's gonna be
Yeah.
normal again. But if we could tour a lot, for example, forever, so we could tour with the new album and then come back for 1 week and then we go to another tour, but playing
Yes.
only Endorphin album,
Exactly.
because we
Yeah.
didn't play it enough and we would really want to play it. So even if we play in closer cities or in even the same city, but it's gonna
Yes.
be completely different song set list with only Endorphin, for example, because of this world paranoia, we missed we are missing playing these
Yeah.
songs.
It is true, unfortunately, and it's nothing we can do about it, nothing our fans can do about it, nothing our label can do about it, or the booking agencies. So we are all in the same spot, in the same situation, missing each other, missing on doing our favorite thing in the world, and actually missing also on earning for a living, because we also have bills, and the recording new stuff is also expensive and labels are struggling. So
Yeah, and here I want to say
thank you so
thank you so much for
Yes,
supporting
thank you
us.
for being like reading my mind. I was just about to mention it is so important to have your support and your love. I feel so lucky with the fans of Infected Rain, and I tell about
I
this
always,
every
yeah,
day.
yeah. I
I think we
always
have
keep
the
saying
best
that we
fans.
have the best fans
We have the
that the
best
band
fans.
can't even imagine.
Absolutely. I don't know about the insights of other bands' fans. I do have musicians friends, especially lately. I've been really close friends with
I know
Heidi.
insights
And
from other bands and different bands, and no, not they don't have these like
Die
supportive
Hard,
and diehard
yes.
fans, and I don't know. I can't even say that they are fans. It's something
They
like
become
keep us
family.
aside because they are friends to us.
Yes.
So many people became friends. We know so many people around the world which
Yes. In
started
person.
like because they love Infected Rain, but they actually became our friends.
Yes, correct, absolutely. We have people in Germany, in Czech Republic. We have people in Luxembourg, Netherlands. So many people around the world, Canada. Some people in United States, France, even, right? Like
But
it's
it's
countless.
you can name all
Can't
the
even
countries.
count. It's countless. So many people that support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And no matter what you do, you just repost, comment, protect us in the eyes of the haters, or buy a T-shirt or a CD, or being part of our games or live streams like you are right now at my Bigo. It doesn't matter what you do. Everything matters. Everything, every little action from you is important for the band that you love. Every little action, whatever it is that you can afford or do or have time for. Thank you. With all my heart, thank you.
Yeah. Speaking about the new merch,
Yes.
yeah. What do you guys think about the new hoodies for winter?
Yeah. You guys want some new hoodies? We are working on that.
Yeah, almost done actually. It's gonna be very soon.
Nice. Vidick is doing the majority of designs. I would say 90% of the designs of Infected Rain is done by Vidick. Because
It's
since
not, yeah, just because I love doing this. It's not
Yes,
like
yes,
my job. I really like
You are just super
drawing. I
talented, man.
like
You're so
filming.
talented.
Ah, come on.
You are multi-talented. It is true. It is true. That's why I'm saying it's absolutely insane how you find time to learn something from scratch when you love something so much.
Yeah, sometimes I just at 2 a.m. in the night. Okay, I'm gonna watch a tutorial how to make liquid something, and I don't even need it currently, not for any project. I just
Yeah.
curious how to do it in
Yeah.
graphic.
That's how everything starts, you know, the curiosity of something that you love brings people to doing something and being creative, you know.
Yeah.
That's how
Yes.
it was for me. I just had curiosity when I was a teenager, and I was just experimenting and started writing my ideas into poems. And look at me now, I'm writing lyrics. How cool. And I even have a lyric book which you designed. Thank you.
Yeah. How do you like black pages and white
So much.
text?
Actually, I have one in this room, always handy. It's this one right here. And I was
I didn't see it. I didn't keep it in
you
my
will
hands.
you will see it. Yes, we printed these in United States first, and then we started printing them in Europe now as well. But yes, soon you will have your own copy as well. And yes, it was fully done from scratch by Vidick.
Yeah, for that
Absolutely
one, I
amazing.
needed to learn completely new program from scratch. How to do books. No, okay, fucking shit. This is something I didn't plan to learn.
But how cool. Obviously, I wanted to share with you a new idea about this. I was talking to supporters and followers on Patreon, and we were discussing a new idea, and I didn't talk to you about it yet, so I'm putting you on the spot here. Basically, what do you think about releasing a notebook, which is going to be completely the same style of the lyric book, with the same cover? It will just say not lyrics, it will say notebook, and inside it will be pages for people to write, and I will write inspirational guidelines, like little ideas or keywords where people can try to write on different themes and different using the different keywords and just try and be creative and write their own lyrics. I was inspired by, I saw this idea in other like scholastic type of idea for students, and I thought that's really interesting. Everybody supported and loved that idea. Let's see the critic, the main critic. What
You
do
know
you
me.
think? I know you. You right away. You're like, I don't know if that's okay. I don't know if people want that.
No, I think people want that, but not that many people think that they want write lyrics. So many people want drawing, and they don't give a shit about writing lyrics. Maybe you can make it a little bit more blank, so people, they want to do everything they want on the pages of this thing.
Sure, that's a cool idea. Maybe we can
Because
live more
then
space
then
for
you-
their
yeah.
for their
For me, for example,
imagination.
I would buy a sketchbook like this, but now I'm started writing lyrics as well, and of course, for me it would be nice. But for somebody who is always carrying a sketchbook because he crazy
Loves to
passionate
draw.
about drawing,
Yeah,
this will
that's-
work way better without any letters on the background.
Why maybe that's a really cool insight. Maybe we should think about it, and maybe we can do something combined for
Yeah.
both. Yeah, maybe we can
Yes.
combine the both. That's a cool idea. But I would love
We
to
can
stay.
do both. A
Yes.
sketchbook and lyric book.
Yes, and the only thing I would love to do is to stay in the same style, because in the future, maybe hopefully, I will have enough lyrics for a lyric book too, and so on. So we will stay in the same style,
Yeah, of
the
course.
notebook
Come on.
and everything.
This is the best style, black.
The best style is
Full
black. With the little Caesars. I love it. All right, so let's do one thing. Let me ask you the classic questions that I like to finish my Party Time Excellent videos, and then we'll see what this goes. So, as you know, because you are the one editing all my videos, thank you for that. Everybody say thank you to Vidick for helping Bananas move on and go on. I want to know, what is that one question that you are super tired of answering or hearing, or just, I don't know, maybe a question that I complain all the time because, you know, I am the one answering the majority of questions and interviews for the whole band. So what is that one question that you're so tired, you're like, really guys, can you just Google it and give me the next question? In your opinion.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I don't get too many interviews, and I just know the interviews you are doing, and sometimes I just receive a new interview for you, and I read the questions, and I right away and probably will skip this one because all the questions are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so many of your guests already answered this question from my side because I know all the episodes of Party Time Excellent.
Yeah.
And of course, all these ridiculous questions from people that unprepared, they don't know shit about the band. This is the worst. And I don't get it. I don't get why you're doing this shit. Just go and find another job. Because this is stupid. And
Yes.
but in the same time I understand because metal industry in social media doesn't have enough good qualified people and journalists that are very understand what they're doing and understand what is happening in the industry and in the bands, and there is no but only a few huge YouTube channels and magazines, but not that many, and
Yes.
basically you try, okay, I will take this interview, but maybe I will skip a few questions because this person just doesn't understand what is the band is about and everything.
Yes,
And
true. We did need to skip sometimes certain questions and just delete them if it's in a written form. But when it's, you know, when you speak, you can't say, delete this question, please. Or you try not to be rude, although you could say, you know, I think the majority of Infected Rain listeners and fans already are tired to hear me answer this question or something. I don't know.
yes, exactly.
That's cool, and you are completely right. I feel you there, and I always love and remember whenever CJ from Die Artist Murder was answering this question, and he told me that, look, I just learned to just get up and say, you did a good job, but I don't have time for this now. You did great, but I have to go. He's just so awesome when it comes to that. Anyways, I have one more question, and before I let you go, can you please tell us, is there a question that you wish people were smart enough to ask, or just maybe just curious enough to ask, if when it comes to interviews, or just in general, even fans? If we're talking about fans, people that are curious about what the band is doing or how certain things are done, is there a question that you wish people would ask instead of asking stupid questions like, what does Infected Rain mean? How is it to be a girl in a band?
It's not a specific question. I just really like watching interviews where it's a conversation, not an interview. When interviewer starts with a question and then they end up not even answering, not even asking all the questions from the list he prepared because the conversation went in other direction and it went amazing. This is the true interview where the interviewer is into the person. He is here, he really speak with the person and they have a nice conversation. This is the most amazing interviews I like to watch, and I really hate when you see the interview and so. How did you guys came out with the idea of infected rain? And you answer, and then okay. So the next question. This is so stupid. I don't get it. I don't understand it. This is not how
I
interviews
agree
should
with
be
you.
done.
I agree with you. That's why it's kind of difficult for me even to call this type of videos that I'm doing with everybody so far. It's difficult for me to even classify them as interviews. It's more like conversation because I have only the classic beginning and ending of the videos just to make it
You just
unique.
need to you just need to listen to the person, and the person will tell you everything himself. And this is how it should be because people want to talk. But if they feel that the person is behind the wall, they will not say anything. They will just answer stupid questions with the stupid answer they did hundreds of times. The only thing is different is the clothes are wearing. So
Yeah. Yes, and you are completely right, and that brings me to the fact that I was very surprised that we didn't end up talking about another kind because I wanted
it's okay.
to.
It's
I
okay.
really,
It's okay because we
yeah,
can do another party time excellent.
absolutely, absolutely. We will and should do another because we've been doing this video for a while. I only want to mention that Vidick has another project that he always wanted to do for just for the love of music and to collaborate with different musicians in different genres. And he finally was able to find time and do it thanks to the lockdown and COVID-19.
Yeah, I love this shit.
I know, right? There is a lot of positive in what's happening in the world as well. So this is one of it. Obviously, we will have links in the description of this episode of Party Time Excellence, so you can go and support Vidick's new project, and you can make sure to follow and make sure to subscribe everywhere because we need your love and support very much. That being said, thank you so much for doing this. This was fun.
Yeah.
It was
thank
like
you.
just
Thank you for doing
talking.
this.
I didn't even feel like I was, doing
I
this.
thought we were gonna do this in Russian though.
Me too, but I'm so glad we didn't. Your English is so good. So good.
My English is small.
Yeah.
Quotes of the of Simon.
What? I miss that little fucker so much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again, and keep doing the great you, because you are awesome.
Oh, thank you. You're awesome too.
Thank you.